Visual media. What do we know about the images that we see? They can be denotative, explicit in nature. For example, the campaign I Am African is showing Iman, who is from Africa. It is explicit and there is no mistaking what the message is. Our next picture is of Charlize Theron, who is also African, South African. And based on memory, we can retrieve that information. It is not as explicit as to the reasoning behind the picture. There's a uniqueness of art and an aura, if you will, when there's a one-of-a-kind. There's nothing like it. It holds a special quality to it that when it is duplicated, it loses that aura, the specialness, especially when there is commercialization of precious and fine works of art, such as Monet as posters, or David as small little statues, or the Venus de Milo as small statues. It loses something in translation. There is something authentic about photographs, the here and now. It does bring you into a moment. It becomes a shared experience, especially when you do share it with those who are not near. In our digital age, with our cell phones and the ability to share, we can establish a network of relations with people in a perpetual manner. So we can connect multiple people at the same time to share with us in the experience of the photograph that we see. Photographs can be a way of certifying experiences. Like these two ladies, the photograph certifies that they have graduated. They are having a momentous occasion that they can look back on in years to come, and it's archived that moment in time for them. Certainly a picture can be an event itself, such as having a mugshot taken. It definitely signifies a certain time and place and has a lasting trail to follow you. All images do record a point of view. Sometimes it's literal, like the food, not bombs in this picture. And sometimes it's not literal. You can interpret the meaning from the photograph, but each one has a point of view. Some don't need language. You can see the anguish and emotion, raw emotion in this picture, and you don't need a caption, and you don't need an explanation as to the emotions. You relate them back to yourself. And some are playing to an effect. For example, this picture, it has a definite effect of religion and some sort of holiness to it, and that's the effect that Lady Gaga was coming to with this character in this photograph. There's also going to be distorted and altered our perceptions. For example, the photograph of Faith Hill on the right is an untouched photograph of what she looks like. The left side is what was sold to the public, and it does distort our perceptions of body, what is achievable as far as health and what's attractive to society, but it's not a true representation of the person in the photograph. Photography has always been understood as precise, something that is exactly what you see in the photograph. The White House looks exactly like this at this time of night with the fountains on and the flag flying. Photographs can work in different contexts when you put them to work. There's a couple on the beach. He's looking out, she's smiling, but you put it in a different context and it can mean something else. They just got engaged, he just bought a ring, or he's going to buy a ring at De Beer Jewelers. They're going to be married. This, it could be they've finally found a happy way to be together, even though one of them has a disease. Photographs can always hold different meanings. This could be a grandmother and a granddaughter walking through life, one showing the other how to live. It could be two people walking just on a boardwalk in a tropical place. Whatever, you provide the meaning when you look at it, and the photographer provides the meaning and holds the message when the photograph has been taken. Some are interpreted as art, and some would interpret this in particular, because of the nudity, as something that is pornographic. Some are of life, the beginning of life in this, and some are still artistic with the symmetry and the placement of the baby. All photography communicates, whether we use it for business, advertising, whether we use it for crime solving, or just to communicate a special moment in time, or to archive a special moment in time, or to draw people who are not near together for a shared experience. It evokes emotion, reaction, and thought. They all communicate a certain point of view, which can be perceived by one person as something that is perceived by another as completely different. But all photography communicates.